Hi everybody. So I got another comic book haul here for you. I am going to be separating the comic book haul and the action figure haul into two separate videos. So hopefully I'll get that the action figure haul video uploaded at the same time I get this one uploaded. A couple of notes. If you're a comic book fan, please go ahead and like and subscribe. I really appreciate the help from the community. Share it on your page, whatever. Second of all, I did change the alarms and my smoke detectors, so hopefully those won't be going off. You still may hear my cat jumping around. I've got a bunch of empty boxes in the office right now, so he is basically bouncing from box to box. So we'll go ahead and get started on this video here. I'm going to start with some dollar books I found. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started with those. So first of all, Aquaman number 48. And sorry I'm getting a little sick, so if my voice sounds weird. So Aquaman 48 for $1. I figure any 50-cent or 15-cent book I can find for $1 is worth it. Picked up a bunch of Shazam books just because they were $1, and why not? I don't actually like Shazam, so if anyone wants these books, I just kind of felt like I don't know. I thought some of them might be worth something to somebody, so I don't know. Anyway, Shazam number 26. Picked that up for $1. I like the fact that he's fighting a T-Rex, so I might actually hold on to that one because it's just interesting he's fighting a T-Rex. This one, Shazam number 27. And this large 100-page Shazam number 16. So I did find another Dave Stevens book. This is my third copy of this, so if anyone else collects Dave Stevens and wants this book, let me know. I'll throw it in the mail to you. I don't need 3 of them by any means. I'm not usually a comic book collector that buys 2 of a thing. If I buy 2, it's because I got a buddy who I know wants one. But this book is not something I need 3 of, so if I can help someone else out, I'm fine to do that. Next up, Detective Comics number 457. I don't have a lot of earlier superhero books, Golden or Silver Age books. So if I can find them for $1, I'll go ahead and get them. I love this cover with Bruce Wayne with his dead parents kind of in the head of Batman with the criminal running off in the back. For $1, I'll take it. Justice League number 66, 12-cent book for $1. It's kind of really funny Batman cover with Batman in a tiger's mask or something. I have no idea what it's about. It's Batman 209. I did pick up this Batman book that I had been wanting. I love basically all of the rogues galleries kind of surrounding Batman's grave with Joker over here holding the paint. It is kind of chopped off at the tops, so I don't know if someone's tried to repair it or something. But it's Batman 291 for $1. I'm fine with that. I think that's pretty cool. This Shazam number 24. And Shazam 22. And I also picked up Secret Origins number 2. I don't know a whole lot about the origins of a lot of the DC characters. Just basically from the movies and the TV shows is the only thing I really know about them. Hey, there's my cat. Kitty, kitty, kitty. He's gonna try hopping one of those comic boxes, I guarantee it. But yeah, for $1, I thought that was kind of cool. I've seen this in a couple other people's hauls. I think, I can't think of the names right now, but I've seen it in a couple other people's hauls. So thanks to all the other YouTubers that do comic book hauls, and let me know things to look out for. I've seen this book. One of the videos, someone was saying it was like a $10 book, and for $1, it's basically Snowfall. It's some kind of DC character that is basically powered by cocaine, if I remember right. So I thought that was cool. I found this book, this old vintage style crossed book. If you like horror books, which I'm not really I don't buy a ton of horror stuff, but I started reading The Cross because of Garth Ennis. Absolutely loved it. It's really just completely messed up. If you haven't read it, read it. It's awesome. But I love this vintage cover for it, and for $1, I will pay for that. This is one book that I shouldn't have bought. This Bernie Wrightson. I have no idea why I bought it. I just thought it was an older book. I never heard of it, and it's probably not worth the $1 I spent on it. But there you go. Whatever. Okay, so this next book I left out. I haven't put it in a one. It's J. Scott Campbell, but I haven't put it in a case yet and I picked it up for $1. But it's just an awesome J. Scott Campbell wraparound cover, so I didn't put it in a bag and board or in a board yet because that back cover is amazing. And I absolutely love J. Scott Campbell, and He-Man definitely looks a lot better in his hands than almost anybody else's. So I'm very happy to have that one. That'll go in my J. Scott Campbell collection. Next up, picked up Batman Judge Dredd. It's not a book that's worth much, but I picked it up because it's Mike Mignola artwork, and I've loved his artwork for a long time. So when I see it, I'll pick it up. And who can't beat Judge Dredd and Batman? So picked up this Batman Black and White Steranko art, and picked up another Batman Black and White. I think it's a Mark Silvestri cover. And then Batman 27 Capullo cover. If I remember right, I think McFarlane did a very similar Spawn cover, I want to say. So I don't know if this is like an homage to that piece, but I just thought it was cool. Alright, so up next, the Hulk 49. One of my favorite Hulk covers. I don't have a ton of Hulk books. This may make 5 or 6. There's not a ton. But it's just a really cool Where the Wild Things Are tribute piece. So I was pretty happy to get that for $1. And then Spider-Man. Some of these I may have paid $2 for, but the biggest majority of them, of the rest of this stack, is either $1 to $2, and there may have been one $5 book somewhere. So I picked up this Spider-Man number 13 McFarlane art in the black suit, and he had a second one, so I went ahead and grabbed it too. And this will go with my other McFarlane Hulk books. It's Spider-Man 328, just another cool McFarlane cover. And another McFarlane cover. So Spider-Man number 4. These next 3 books are Spider-Man and Black Cat, written by Kevin Smith and drawn by Terry Dodson and Rachel Dodson. So Black Cat 1, I really like this cover here. That's probably one of my favorites out of them. And 3. So nothing really special in those. I just liked them. I like Kevin Smith. I like Terry Dodson. So I picked up Alpha Flight number 1. And he had a really large run of She-Hulk books. I'm not a big She-Hulk fan. I really don't care too much about her. But I did like some of the artwork on the covers. So I got this, I think it's Addie Granoff cover. And another Addie Granoff cover. And a Mayhew cover. And then She-Hulk, the Savage She-Hulk number 8. I just like that cover with the Man-Thing on it. Another She-Hulk from Greg Horn. And that's probably one of my favorite, is this She-Hulk number 1 Addie Granoff cover. Picked up this other, picked up a Black Widow. I think it's number 1, yeah. It's a Greg Horn cover. And the rest of these, I or these next couple books I picked up solely because I thought the artwork on these were amazing. Uh, Tony S. Daniel or Tony Daniels, I'm not sure who it is. But these covers are amazing. This is probably one of my favorite drawn Deathstroke and Wonder Woman covers. It reminds me a lot of Campbell work a little bit, the face anyway. But I just absolutely love that cover. Another Tony Daniels book. Then I picked up Deathstroke number 12, Tyler Kirkham, I think, yeah. And another Kirkham. These covers are just phenomenal. I absolutely love those. Another Tony Daniel, Deathstroke. I love Deathstroke, but I think Harley Quinn looks like a little kid there, and I don't like that. That kind of creeps me out a little bit. Probably one of my favorite covers out of all of those is this one. Deathstroke number 5. That is one of my favorite Batman covers I have seen in a long time. Other people may not think so, but I think, one, that is the best drawn Batman I've seen, and two, he doesn't have a cape on, which I find kind of cool. I think it makes him look more like a ninja whenever he doesn't have his cape on. But between the Harley Quinn and the Deathstroke, I absolutely love that book. Next, I'm a big Terry Dodson fan, so I picked up... Oops, you're not going to stay over. Picked up this Princess Leia book. It's just a really cool cover. I still want the Princess Leia book that was a J. Scott Campbell cover, but I haven't spent the money on it. Picked up X-Men number 5. This was whenever I was growing up, and one of my favorite villains was Omega Red. I just thought he was such a cool character. Another book, I did not pay $3.50 for it. I've kind of switched out some of these cases because I switched over some of my books to Mylars and ran out of other comic books, bags and boards, so I just kind of recycled these. But Warlock and the Infinity Watch number 1, nothing special. Everyone's kind of picking up those books because of Adam being in them. I think that was Adam or Warlock. I don't know. Anyway, X-Force, just a Domino and Deadpool cover. And then I picked up Spider-Man number 1, Silver Edition, McFarlane cover. So, that's kind of the main dollar books I got. I did get a few more, but I'll show those off here in a second. I'll switch over to some of these. Some of my stuff I got from my local LCS. So I did pick up Ninja Turtles and Ghostbusters number 1, the variant cover. Excuse me. I picked up Port of Earth. And I hate these comic book bags and boards because the comic book slides around too much. And I don't know why my LCS insists on using those. I hate them. But that's what they come in. That's what they usually stay in. I haven't read this book yet, but hopefully it's good. I've heard good things about it. I picked this one up for cover price. I was a couple weeks late on it. I passed on it the first time I seen it. I can't even remember who did the cover, but it's the first Gwenum. I just really like the artwork, and I passed on this one because I was planning on buying the J. Scott Campbell cover, and I kind of missed out on them, so... Spawn tribute cover, $2.79, basically Walking Dead kind of crossover with Spawn. Thought it was cool. Picked this one up for cover. I'm sure it's probably not really worth anything, but I just like that Harley Quinn bombshell cover. And is this Jenny Friesen? I can't remember who did that. Was it Jenny Friesen? Anyway, Wonder Woman number 30. I've been going through and taking some of these books and trying to put tags in them of who the artist and everything is, just so I can kind of remember who did what. But anyway, Gotham City Garage number 1. I picked up both covers of that. Suicide Squad #8. I just thought that was kind of a cool cover when I first seen it, and then I got home and was like, why did I spend $5 on this? I mean, it's kind of a cool cover, but I don't know. Sometimes you buy stupid stuff and then like, why the hell did I waste my money on that? So I picked up 2 copies of this. I'm not going to show the second copy. It's kind of no point, but it's just an Art Germ Supergirl #14. It's probably my least favorite of the Art Germ Supergirl covers. I've liked most of the covers we've gotten so far. They're fine, and I think this one's fine. It's, you know, it's still amazing artwork. But I was really hoping we got that really dark Supergirl cover that we got with Batgirl that I'm still trying to find. I think it's Batgirl #12. But I was really hoping we got a really dark kind of Supergirl cover, but I guess it's not the way that went. And then I picked up this one. I think it's the Mighty Thor something. It's a translucent cover where you really can't see most of the artwork because of how it falls, but yeah, anyway. And then I picked up, I don't know if it's a Spider-Man or a Deadpool book, what it's actually supposed to be. I really don't care. I just thought it was kind of a cool cover. But yeah, picked up a couple of those. Then I picked up this the show Harley Quinn cover #30. So picked that up. I guess it had been a while. I forgot those were even in here. I picked up 2 of those. The Supergirl #15. I actually really do like that cover. I still think my favorite one is may have been #13, the one with the cat. I really like that one. So put those over here. Alright, so I'll go through these other books here. So I found some more books to add to my J. Scott Campbell collection. Danger Girl #1 and Damsels #1 and Danger Girl G.I. Joe #1. So I did get a couple books to add to my J. Scott Campbell collection, so I try to, you know, if I can get a couple Art Germ and some J. Scott Campbell books in a haul, I'm pretty happy. So next up, we'll just kind of go through these. So a couple of these next 2 are going to be dollar books that I found. So I got Shazam #28. It's not in the best of condition, but it is the first modern appearance of Black Adam. And full disclosure, I had no clue about that before I bought the books, before I started digging through them. So, because I don't know anything about Shazam, or it's not a character I care about, but I guess because he's going to be Shazam and Black Adam may be in a movie, these books are really starting to gain in value. I don't know what this one actually would go for based on its condition, but for $1, I'm sure I can get more out of it than $1. But it's kind of one of those things where I don't really like to sell comic books, so if I can trade it to somebody, I will. So if someone's interested in trading something cool for it, or even something that you think's crap that I might think is cool, whatever. Then I got this one, Shazam #25. I guess that one has, seems like it goes for right around $30. Most of these that I found on eBay and Shazam of that one seem like they go for around $50. But I've seen them kind of go for all over the place, anywhere up to $100 down to whatever. But this one seems to go pretty regularly for $30 in that condition. So that is the first appearance of Isis. The only thing I remember about Isis is from Smallville. Lana Lang, I think, got turned into Isis or something like that. So that's all I really know about her. Next up, another J. Scott Campbell book. I don't know if this one's hard to find or what. I didn't see a ton of them on eBay, so I don't know. I wasn't going to buy it for $10, but then I seen that there was hardly any of them on eBay. And the last one I did see on there went for a lot more than $10, so I figured I might as well go ahead and grab it. Danger Girl G.I. Joe #2. And then I ended up... Well, come on. Give me just 1 second here. Okay, so sorry about that momentary pause. I just found out this tape I've been using, you can kind of see, does not like to stay on these Mylars like it does on the other bags, so, yeah. Anyway, so Deadpool Kills Marvel Universe #1, second print variant of J. Scott Campbell's black and white cover. Then Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe #2, same, second print, J. Scott Campbell cover. Those were supposed to be $15, and the shop, the guy who was working there, rang them up for $3.50, and I said, I thought he said 15, and he said, well, you buy from us all the time, we're going to give you a deal, so I'll accept that. They've gotten plenty of my money, so why not? Danger Girl, Army of Darkness, another J. Scott Campbell cover. I do really like that cover a lot. I was pretty happy to get it. So these next two books, this next one is Marvel Legacy #1. And I'm going to pull this out and show it to you. This has a really, really awesome wraparound cover on it. So I'm going to get a clear backing board for that, so I can have that in there to kind of show it off. Yeah, I was kind of happy to get that. I had to pay, I think, $10 for it, but I was still pretty happy to get it. It's a really cool cover on it. Next up is probably one of my favorite books in the haul. It's a book that's been on my list. It is not a good condition, but nevertheless, I'm still happy to have it. I wouldn't call myself a guy that really collects for condition. I collect on a budget more than anything, but I had to pay $25 for it, which I still think was overpriced, but I've been wanting this book for a long time. Now, when I find the companion piece, which I think is $121, I do want that one in a lot better condition, because that is one of my Grail books. I know it's not an expensive Grail, but my Grails I try to keep more based on what I could actually afford someday. So, but anyway, I picked up The Amazing Spider-Man 122. So this is the issue right after Gwen Stacy gets killed by the Green Goblin. And I believe this is the issue where Green Goblin actually gets killed. He kind of kills himself kind of thing. But I was very happy to have this book. It is not in good condition. There's parts of it missing. But I couldn't find one any cheaper. So I figured for $25, not a great deal on it, but I won't ever find one as cheap as that, I don't think, that's at least displayable. Like, I feel like I could actually still put this out, and you can, it's in good enough condition, you can look at it and go, oh, that's what that is. But anyway, thanks for sticking around. Sorry the haul was so long and there wasn't a ton of really big books, but, for what I can afford to spend on them, I'm pretty happy with what I got. So I appreciate you guys sticking around and watching it, even if you did just stay to see the yawning cat over there in the corner. I see you, kitty. I see you, kitty. Meow. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like comic books, you like toys, subscribe. Like I said, I've got another haul video coming up of my action figures that should be posted about the same time this is. Or if you just like watching a yawning cat, there he is again. Give me a like, and I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season, and I will probably see you again after the first of the year with another comic book haul. So, see you guys later. Thanks for watching.